Question mark.
Why not? Why Gallipoli? Because Gallipoli, if you look at the history of the Great War, is the best of the self-contained stories. Gallipoli has a beginning, the landing, a middle, the August offensive, and an end, the evacuation. It's also the first time that Australian men, and to a lesser extent the nurses because they're on Lemnos, are subjected to battle. And so they still carry with them at times some of the nonsense of the chivalry of battle they inherit from 19th century material on militarism and war. It's also a contained space, so you can visit the sites with ease. If you go to the Western Front, if there's one thing which is striking about the Western Front is it's overwhelming in its sense of chaos, and in the fact that you can look at the sites and realise, as you do, for example, if you go from Beaumont Hamel down to the Upvale, down to Pozières, and then on to Lochnagar Crater, that there's a myriad of battles here fought for no end, and you can't really see what advantage there is in the battles that are fought there. The Western Front is chaos. It's, to me, the personification of chaos. Whereas Gallipoli is a story, and that makes it more accessible to most people.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Gallipoli, because it's the first place that, you know, the new Australian Imperial Force sees action, it's the cradle of history. It's the 300 at Thermopylae, it's Homer, it's Troy, you couldn't have crafted a more romantic setting for, you know, what was considered the blooding of a new nation, the newest nation on earth, going to one of the most ancient of battlefield sites. You know, Alexander the Great trod there. So there's a certain romanticism to Gallipoli that you don't find on the Western Front. The men lost their innocence at Gallipoli and didn't take that with them to the Western Front, but they came to Gallipoli with a sense of sort of naivety and, as John said, you know, believing all the stories of, you know, pomp and pageantry in British military history. I think Gallipoli is lovely too because of the story of the respect between the Turkish people and the Anzac soldiers in particular. That, you know, the battles were brutal and there were no holds barred, of course, but there was a level of respect between the two armies that really continues to this day, and the way that we're treated when we're in Turkey, being Australians, is still quite remarkable. And the bond between Turkish and Australian and New Zealand people was, you know, forged through hatred and warfare, but it's now quite a really lovely bond of friendship, so that's good too.